I'm here on the job site with Dale, who's a framing contractor.
Hey, good morning.
Dale traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for all his business vehicles. We're here where he needs us most.
Yep, they sure are.
We make it easy for him to save on all his insurance needs, all in one place, with coverage that fits his business and bottom line. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
It's all right.
We're so far up here.
Look at me. Take a deep breath.
No, I'm good. So good.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. We're your hosts, John and Kristen Barber, and today we're back to talk about two teams who have been struggling outside of this past week, the Phoenix Mercury and the New York Liberty. A lot of ups and downs to start the season for both of these teams, and we're going to take stock in where they're at this point in the season. But before we get into all of that, Kristen, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. I'm getting ready to go bike riding.
A bike ride? A summer bike ride?
Yes, along the river. Should be nice.
That'll be pretty nice. It's still pretty warm out there.
It's very
and the
nice
sun's
today.
out. This is probably the best weather.
Sunset bike ride.
Sunset bike ride.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with my friend, not with John.
Yeah, she's going with a friend of hers who said, "You want to go for a bike ride?" I wasn't invited.
Sorry.
Well, it's fine. Kristen bought the summer pass, the summer bike pass. So
no, only for June.
Or the June bike pass, but it's already the middle of June almost as we're recording this, and you got to use that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're going on a bike ride and want to tell us how good your bike ride was, let us know at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. You can also connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. You can leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show. Subscribe to YouTube. And of course, tell your friends and family to check out the show if you'd be so kind to do that on our behalf. Well, without further ado, let's get into our week's highlights because honestly, there's not a whole lot of news going on at this time of the year. Still, players getting injured, players returning.
Players getting waived. Lexi Brown waived today.
Lexi Brown was waived today.
Never would have happened under the old Seattle management.
That's true. But yeah, a notable shakeup, I guess you could say. Players are signing dev pool contracts, but nothing like groundbreaking. Still no trades. Still no buzz. So, of course, we'll let you know when any big news drops. But let's talk about our highlights, Kristen. Mm-hmm. Where would you go first?
I would say my highlight this week was the Lynx win over the Valkyries.
Big win for Minnesota.
June 4th, a 3-point win. And in the Commissioner's Cup, every win counts.
Every point counts. Even better. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, this didn't give them that many points, but they have such a big point differential already, Minnesota, from their other games. So at least this win was very important for that. Mm-hmm. And this was just the Olivia Miles show.
Oh, yes.
I just loved watching her hit her 8 threes in this game, breaking the rookie record number of threes made in a game. She hasn't been particularly that hot from three.
No, not at all.
Just in this game, she just went off, kept doing it. She's so confident. She's so skilled already. Mm-hmm. So it was just a very fun game to watch from that perspective, watching Olivia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, what I'll say about Liv, I was texting a friend right before that game. When the outside shot falls, it will be over for the league because Minnesota's already at the top of the table. Mm-hmm. And Olivia Miles is getting better every single night. She's getting more confident, more comfortable. Her shot's falling. She's already a top 3 point guard in the league. Top 2, maybe. a top 1 even. on the best nights, she's the best point guard in the league.
Wow.
And now to see her hit 8 of 11 from deep, and to see that Cheryl, has no doubt about Olivia.
No, of
She's
course.
like, you, Oliv, go get your shot. And it's falling. I'm going to let you cook. And that is a sign of a great coach. Obviously, we've said all we can say about Cheryl, but like her immediate confidence in this rookie and the rookie's immediate response to accept that in kind and play to this level, Minnesota's the team to beat right now, plain and simple, in my mind. And they don't even have Nafisa Collier, who was basically the MVP
Yep.
for the first 2/3 of the year last year. So what the heck are they going to be when Fee's back?
Yeah. I can't wait for that. I mean, we have heard that she's getting closer. I hope it will be in the next 2.5 weeks.
Yes, I hope the same as well. I'm hoping that we can lock into this pre-Minnesota and then be able to see whatever the change is. And there's probably going to be plenty of rust for Fee. She hasn't played basketball in a while. But if anybody's going to figure it out quickly, I know it's her. And she's got a bunch of women behind her ready to continue to stay at the top of the standings and not lose any games. So definitely shout out to Olivia Miles, who, at this point, it might have already locked up Rookie of the Year. Who knows?
I feel like she has. It's hers to lose at this point, for sure.
Do you prescribe to there are some people that are like, this is a world-shattering mistake by Dallas?
No.
Yes, I think I do want to talk about that very briefly.
No.
Because I don't agree either.
No. You cannot deny the AZ and Paige chemistry. You cannot. I don't know how Olivia Miles would fit on a Dallas team.
No, it would take the ball away from Paige.
Right, which you literally can't do.
Paige had 14 assists the other day. Yeah, I push back because it's way too early to speak in absolutes, especially since now that we've seen AZ join the Dallas lineup and they are better. They have gotten better.
Dallas is also playing incredibly.
Yeah. So I think it's a silly thing. If Dallas was like 500 or below 500 and AZ wasn't playing like we saw in the first game of the year, then maybe you could have some quibbles about it. But AZ is going to be really damn good. Liv is going to be really damn good. Alwa's going to be great. Like, the top of this draft is going to be setting records in the future of the W. So to say that it was like this huge mistake from Dallas, I think is very silly. But I see that argument that people are making. And I just want to put that to bed, that I don't believe that's true.
No.
Well, Kristen, my highlight this week, nothing to do with the WNBA, has to do with the World Cup, but not that World Cup. The FIBA 3-on-3 World Cup, which our United States women took home the gold last night. We watched the game. It was pretty clutch out there in Warsaw. I feel like every few months there's a new 3-on-3 configuration of team.
I'm so confused by it.
It's crazy. And it's just like, oh, there's a 3-on-3 tournament happening right now. Oh, it's called the World Cup?
Everything's called the World Cup. I'm literally so confused. And like we just did this like 4 months ago, had a 3-on-3 gold medal.
It was like the Champions League of World Cup of 3-on-3 or something like that. When Leash and VB and Shakira were playing.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't any of them.
No. But what was cool is this is a bunch of college women, which is cool. I think that's what's neat is that U.S. women's basketball in general has so many good players on different levels that you can see one of these tournaments happening and be like, oh, Mylasia Fulwiley's there? She's with the team? Oh, Joyce Edwards is with the team? I should also say Sahara Williams and Michaela Williams also with the team. They rocked it. They won gold. They beat Australia 21-20, came down to the last bucket. Michaela Williams, man, she was an absolute rock star in this tournament, especially in the semis. She won the game for them on a 2 to win it in overtime. And she won this game on the last shot with a 2 to win it. And
in overtime.
Yeah, so it was the semifinal against Azerbaijan was in overtime. They ran out of time. and then it's just the first team to score 3 points. So
how do you go to overtime though? I thought they got to the end of the game and it was tied.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like, oh, we got to do it. We got to play first couple points.
I've never seen that.
I know, it was cool. And I was like, oh, I just caught it. And then I went back and saw the game in full. But the final was against Australia was amazing too. And that was apparently the first time Australia, who's like a notably good team in 3-on-3, first time that the US and Australia ever faced each other in a final in World Cup 3-on-3 FIBA. Like, wow. Okay. That's notable. And I was remembering some of the Australia women that we've seen in these other tournaments that are like, oh, I remember you, and I remember you, and I remember you.
What, Christy Wallace?
Not Christy Wallace, but yes, some of the other Australian ladies. But yeah, our USA, our college women, they took home the gold. It was very exciting. Games on YouTube, check it up. FIBA 3-on-3 final against Australia. Really encourage you because like these are future WNBA stars too. And that's really cool. So I just wanted to highlight that because it's not always talked about and it is very confusing, but there's excellent 3-on-3 hoops still happening all over the world all the time, apparently. So if you like that, check it out. Well, Kristen, why don't we start by talking about the New York Liberty, who, as we started following them this week, they entered the week 5-4. They won both their games that we watched. Now they're 7-4. They're currently up by 8 points against the Sun as we're recording this. So they're potentially staring down a 5-game win streak. I think when we originally considered checking in on them, it was kind of when they were in the midst of that 3-4 start and things were looking a little dicey. Of course, they've dealt with a lot of injuries, as so many other teams have. But things are certainly pointing in the right direction for New York. How you feeling about them so far?
Yeah, definitely. They were my championship winner pick.
Mine as well.
Coming into the season. But dealt with a ton of injuries and overseas commitments right at the beginning of the season. So still, Sabrina is out. She only played like 1 or 2 games this season so far. But basically everyone else has come back. So we're starting to see what the team can be as a whole unit. The players that have been here so far, the whole season so far, have been doing pretty well. I will start with Maureen Johannes, who has just been absolutely killing it as a starting guard, filling in for Sabrina as she's been out. She's been playing like way more minutes than she typically has the past couple years on the team. She's almost doubled her points scored from last year. Like, has been so good from the 3 so far, shooting 44% from 3. Just like as much as you could ask her to do, she is doing. Yeah. So definitely a bright spot right now.
Yeah, I mean she's currently second in the league in made threes per game, just behind Ryan Howard. She's one of 2 players above 3 makes per game. So she's shooting the ball very well. The stats are backing it up. Yesterday I was like, is Maureen like a most improved candidate? And then I was like, well, maybe she has a little bit too much experience in the W to be considered that. Usually I feel like it goes to the hotshot younger player. But I feel like Maureen could certainly be in consideration there with how well she's played for New York and has certainly helped buoy them when times have been difficult. They're collectively as a team shooting the ball quite well, and she's leading the charge there. So having someone like Maureen making and taking her open threes has definitely started to stir that within the other members of the team.
And it is interesting. So like Satu has started the season out. Now being back has really come off the bench for the past couple games. She's played 6 games, started 3 have been off the bench. So I'm not really sure where things go with her moving forward. I mean, she's putting in decent minutes. She's putting in 15 minutes. Like, I don't think she's on a minutes restriction still. She could be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm interested to see, like, when is Satu going to start? When is she going to start starting?
Regularly,
yeah. Or are they going to keep Marine starting because she's been so hot?
Mm-hmm.
And keep Satu as more of, like, a bigger player off the bench. But that's so, like, an interesting situation for Satu to be in. Like, she shouldn't be starting off the bench.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting when you really think about what this team was billed as, because it was going to be Sabrina and presumably Satu, Stewie, Jonquel, and then that fifth player could have been any of Marine or Banija or
Leonie
Phoebish. Mm-hmm. And now it's like, well, Satu, and when I watched Satu this week, it was clear that she doesn't have her outside shot the same way that she had it last year. Like the threes were a huge part of her game last year. And specifically in that Indiana game, Satu did all of her damage in the paint, almost exclusively within 5 feet of the basket. And maybe it's weird to think of Satu being purely a post player right now. But if that's the way that she's going to be successful for this team, then that's how they're going to use it. And I would hope that Kristen Marco could find a way to unlock the Satu that we saw last year in Phoenix. But I do think that there is a little bit of rust that she's still shaking off. Mm-hmm. And I would hope that when we see Sabrina back, that they do run that lineup of the four of them and Phoebish, or the four of them and Marine, because it would be Marine at this point.
At this point, yeah, probably.
But yeah, Satu was a big ad for them, and she, in my opinion, took a pay cut to go to New York. Mm-hmm. So she could have gotten more money on the open market. She decided to go to New York. I hope that opportunity still exists there, because she's a great personality in the W. And even this week, we got to see her mic'd up, and she's already vocal. It was very cool to see her and Yara going up against each other, against Tirana. That was pretty fun. But yes, Satu still working through some things, but I'll believe she'll get going on the other ends very soon.
Yeah. I'll have more to say about Satu when we talk about the Mercury.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Very fair. Very fair.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about Jonquel?
Yes.
Because Jonquel has been doing her thing. She started the week very dominant. She posted 22 and 17, a huge double-double. You know, or when Jonquel has a double-double, the Liberty are going to win. Mm-hmm. It's just literally, statistically, what happens. They're 36-1 when Jonquel records a double-double to win the game. And the one came early this year. So the only loss that they've ever had of Jonquel recording a double-double was when the team was not who they fully were supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So when Jonquel gets going, you know that this team is going to succeed. And she should have recorded a double-double against Indy, missed a bunch of free throws. Mm-hmm. But, like, when Jonquel Jones is on, that's so fun for us, for the two of us.
Yes. I love watching her, because she just creates space more than anyone else, I feel. She just, like, moves her body, and all the defenders just have to move behind her. It's honestly incredible to watch. And when she gets hot shooting, like, she's so good.
Yeah.
From the three, from the mid-range, from the post, like all levels, carrying the team at the beginning of the game against Toronto. Her and Marine had all the points in, like, the first 2 quarters, basically, because no one else could hit anything.
Right.
But then that keeps them in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this team is built around big players. That is a huge part of their identity, and they need to have big nights out of one of their... It'll either be Jonquel or Stewie or Satu on any given night. It's how it's supposed to be. Some nights it's all of them. Like, it will be all of them eventually. But yeah, Jonquel is in great form, showing her impact, very much fueling this win streak. I love to see it personally. Looking down the road, the next couple, New York has Connecticut, Atlanta, and Washington in their next 3. There could be a world where they're 10-4 and they're on what would it be, a 7-game win streak. I could very much see that. Mm-hmm. I say Connecticut. They're literally playing them right now. They're about to beat them. So Atlanta and Washington following that, they are, really putting it together. And I think Sabrina's due soon, right? I mean, Sabrina's already played this year.
Right.
And it's just, she went out again.
Well, that's what kind of worries you.
Yeah.
That's what kind of happened with Caitlin last year.
Yeah, true.
She's
true.
trying to come back and something is still wrong. But I think I saw one of these days that she was practicing. Mm-hmm. So, I'm really hoping it's not too far in the future. I'm not writing off this Atlanta game as a win.
No, I'm saying there's a world where that could be the case.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not an easy game by any
Yes.
stretch of the imagination.
I think New York, they've known what they're doing this whole time. I don't think they've, they lost it at any point. I think it was just the team had some new players and had some holes and a new coach and new coaching staff that they were just working through.
Yep.
So we're definitely on an upswing with New York, and they could be in the 2 seed, by next week. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So not really worried.
Yeah. I mean, and just again, as we talk about what this team has, way back, one of our first takeaways from opening weekend was just how deep they are. They really are the deepest team in the league, I would say. I mean, to not have JJ going tonight and be able to fill in with a 6'11" Hanshu, who is currently giving them 13-5,
obsessed
in a starting role as a fill-in, and then to have positive contributions from Benijah and from Rebecca Gardner, who Rebecca Gardner on the offensive glass was really impressing me.
She's been great defensively too.
Mm-hmm. Raquel Carrera is starting to put in time now that she's back. They still haven't gotten anything from Rebecca Allen, who's been hurt, which was a pretty considerable add for this team.
Yeah.
And I guess honestly, the last player that I really kind of want to put a little focus on is what Pauline Astier has given them, because this is a 24-year-old rookie, undrafted rookie that has been starting for them consistently and has been playing the point guard and was bothering Caitlin in the game against Indiana. She was a huge part of what fueled the end of that game. She had a sequence where she drove by Caitlin. Caitlin was on 5 fouls. Easy layup. She dimes up Jonquel in the paint. Easy make. And then she goes past Caitlin again. And that's a 6-point stretch of her alone contributing on every point. She's a pretty real player, I think. I mean, one of these French fixtures, one of these players on the French national team, I don't think that we should overlook the fact that they scouted her and they found her undrafted, and she's giving huge minutes to the team that is already the deepest in the league. Yeah. So what an embarrassment of riches at that point that they have a player like Pauline.
No, absolutely. She was a great find for them, I think. She doesn't need to be your best shooter. She just needs to facilitate a little bit and give the ball to the players who are already so good and can score on anyone. So she definitely is filling in. She's shooting 50-60% from the field right now.
Yeah.
Very efficient. For me, and this is just my selective hearing, I feel, in random games we've watched since the beginning of the season, I feel like I'm just always hearing that she is fouling. Oh, Astier fouled. Oh, Astier fouled.
Well,
I'm she fouls so much.
She's a rookie.
She doesn't even, she fouls 3.5 fouls a game.
I mean, yeah.
It's not nothing.
No, that's pretty, but I feel like that's relatively consistent for a rookie, especially that's playing as much as she is.
Yes, it's fine. It's really fine.
Yeah. Well, it was, as Stewie calls her, or she says the team calls her Nasty Air, which is like, I don't know. I don't know if I like that one personally. I would like not want to go to my Basketball Reference and it says my name is Nasty Air. My nickname is Nasty Air.
Well, whatever she wants.
If Pauline's cool with it, I guess it's fine.
Yep.
But that's the thing.
Mm-hmm. So all things I think are looking up for New York.
Yeah. And I hope that we see more from Phoebus and Benijah.
Well,
they still have not even like been the players that we know that they are.
Yeah. No, I did want to say something about Leonie Phoebus.
Yeah.
Because she's only played 4 games so far this season, and she's put in almost 30 minutes. So she is playing and they want her to play, but she's only scoring 7 points, like 2 rebounds. So I don't know, like maybe Satu complicates it. Maybe, I don't know. She just still has to like get back into the groove with these players. She's just not. I mean, last year she only had 8 points a game. I don't know. It just wasn't. She just has not been living up to my expectation, I feel, so far.
Yeah. Well, she's a unique player. She's like a true wing for this team. Size, long, shooting. But they don't have, like, I wouldn't necessarily, the perfect formation for this team of what they want to be, I don't think includes her in the starting lineup. I think it's her as the first or second woman off the bench. And, you know, if she's your 6th or 7th woman, you know, then that's crazy because I know how talented she is. We know how talented she is. I thought she was going to be an all-star last year. I hope that she was not, but I am just like, I know that she's an incredibly capable player, and I'll be interested to see if there's times where, I mean, it's good that you note that she's been playing 30 minutes and they want her to be involved.
She started every game.
So they know what they have in her.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to, you know, sell for any reason, but I think she's like a very important piece for this team in whatever context they decide to use her.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if her and Satu swap.
Yeah.
At any point.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm feeling much better about our decision that New York would have the best record at the end of the day. I know we've already talked about in this episode how Minnesota is dominant at the top of the table, but if New York continues to get these wins together, I expect them to be challenging them for, you know, the 1, 2, or 3 spot at the end of the day.
Well, hey, we are going to go see them play each other on July 3rd. I forgot
we had tickets for that game.
We have tickets. Lynx Liberty, come out to Barclays Center.
Yes, if you're hanging out at Barclays, come dap us up.
On July 3rd.
Say hey. Oh, man.
That'll be a good game. I mean, hopefully Fee and Sabrina are back by that point.
Give me 100% on both of these teams.
Yes.
A full on. Oh, that would be such a death match. It'd be so good.
Going so crazy.
Good. A finals repeat from 2 years ago. Well, still, hey. Well, congratulations, New York fans. Your team is going to be okay.
Yes, you're fine.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right, now let's talk about the team that is a little less fine, considerably less fine, the Phoenix Mercury, who this week lost one pretty embarrassingly to said Minnesota Lynx. However, they righted the ship. They beat Seattle, and they beat Portland, despite not having AT or Ka, is similarly to New York, Phoenix on an upswing? What do you think?
I think that's to be determined.
TBD.
I think the next handful of games are very important for Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
You have it pulled up. Who do they have coming up?
They've got Golden State next, who they've already lost to this year. Dallas, who's been hot. And then the Sparks, who they've already lost to as well, but should be a winnable game. Those are their next 3. I do feel like if they can win 2 of those 3 games.
Yeah. Those are like winnable.
Winnable. Yeah.
Should be competitive.
Yes.
So this, we had 2 easy games this week. Portland and Seattle. 2 wins away. Good wins.
Yes. Not blowout wins. They were a little dicey at times.
Still pretty low scoring. But if you can use them as a little, hinge point here.
Springboard.
And keep yourself on this win streak, then I think it's looking up. But if still this next stretch we start losing again, I think it's
time to
honestly throw in the towel and
it could
don't
be
win.
It could be an honest a lost year for Phoenix. I was worried when we started this week. I thought that when Phoenix made the big trades that they did last year, that they gave up draft capital in the upcoming draft class. However, they have all of their 2027 picks and all of their 2028 picks. They have all of their 2027 picks and all of their 2028 picks. So they control their destiny here. If they really do want to slow things down, if they cannot get on a winning trajectory, then they could put themselves, despite having gone to the finals last year and being the fourth or fifth best record in the league, they can put themselves in a position to have a top 5 pick, top 4 pick, and add some real talent through the draft, which they have not done in a little while, and a good while, honestly. And I feel like that's kind of what this team needs. I think there's 2 options that I see. Thought experiment for me.
For you?
For you doing a thought experiment for me.
Oh, okay.
Thought experiment for me, by me.
That I'm doing.
2 pathways. They lose the next 3. They're 4 and... What would it be? 4 and 12? 4 and 11?
12.
4 and 12.
Wait, if they lose 3?
If
11.
they lose... Okay, 4 and 11. Okay. They lose the next 3. They're 4 and 11. They win the next 3. They're 7 and 8. Would you rather, as a Phoenix supporter, if you were a Phoenix supporter, continue to go down the road where you're losing games and maximizing your chance of getting first, second, third, fourth, whatever it could be, because they don't have the depth. They're the complete opposite of New York, where they are buoyed by AT and Ka. And we're going to talk about the team in more detail. You continue to lose games. You figure it out. You phantom injury Ka, you phantom injury AT. Or you start to win and you're like, Kelsey Mitchell, could we trade some draft picks and get Kelsey Mitchell on an expiring contract to come help us out? I looked at this. I thought about this the other day.
Anything?
It's not it's not based on any rumor, but it's I was thinking, because I'll be honest, Fever fans want to make up fantastical trades all the time.
Yep.
That our friends in our group chat are always sharing the wacky trade ideas.
Yeah.
And I thought about Kelsey Mitchell, who seems to be at least in some amount of online discussion about getting moved. And I was thinking, maybe what if the suitor for Kelsey Mitchell was a team like Phoenix, who was successful through a big 3 identity last year. And they're clearly struggling to get extra scoring. Would you rather do that? Would you rather, if it meant like I give up a first round pick and salary to match, and I can't pick. That's the thing. Let's say you can't pick in this next year's draft, or you can pick in next year's draft, but you have to lose the games. What would you prefer if you were a Phoenix fan? To try to make the trade and no guarantee that Kelsey Mitchell's there next year. You could lose her, just like you lost Satu.
Mm-hmm. I know. And like, is that a big risk? Like, I need to know why Satu left. I don't know. I thought Phoenix was like a place people wanted to come to. Mm-hmm. The facility is great. People seem to love the coach. Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, I think she would stay. Like maybe she seems loyal.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. Would you be willing to mortgage your future? Because you have AT for 3 years. You've got Ka for 2 years. Mm-hmm. You could have Kelsey Mitchell on an expiring, and you could hopefully get her to sign again, but you run the risk of her not.
I think I would want to do that trade. Mm-hmm. Because Ka, I'm not sure. Like, if you get a really good rookie, I don't know if Ka's still going to stay long enough for a rookie to be able to develop and lead a team to a championship. I don't think AT would stay. Like, those are players that are older, or Ka might want to come to Philly. Something.
Well, she'll get here eventually.
You know, like those players could move around. Dawana is going to retire sooner rather than later.
Right.
Like, you're going to start losing these players. Mm-hmm. So if you want to have any chance for them to win, Ka and AT, then yeah, I think you like need a win now player.
Yeah.
Or else you're just going to say, you guys are just going to have fun out there, and we have to bring in a new generation that might not be good for 5-6 more years.
Right. And I bring this up because I don't want to think about a world where they're selling on AT or Ka, because they were just in the finals last year.
Yeah.
But they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything of substance in the offseason.
They did bad.
Yes.
That's what they did.
And that's why I'm thinking, like, you have these 2 all-star players, and you have a coach in Nate Tibbetts who has been historically pretty good over his 3 years in the W, or in his 3 years with the Mercury, rather. Mm-hmm. I just think that I could see that type of a move by Nicky Wren, who we talked about, Nicky Wren. Maybe he's like, I didn't get that Sixers job. I gotta make a splashy trade.
Yeah.
And who knows? I know I say Kelsey Mitchell as this arbitrary idea. I could see a real world where they make a move for a player that they desperately need to add to just give them more scoring punch, because they just do not have it.
I would love for them to do that. I would.
Yeah. Well, let's talk more about the team and why you would love that, because AT and Ka, the last game of the week this week, they were both out. So we saw a world where they were not available.
Yeah, well, that was just kind of a funny situation, because we get the notifications that AT and Ka are both hurt, injured, and we were like, what? Like, we didn't see them get injured in the previous game.
Right.
John goes, oh, they're tanking.
No. Yeah. I didn't say it just like that.
Yep, you basically
I was like, maybe they are.
And then they won.
And then they won. Perfect. They can win without him.
Yeah.
Great.
Right. That's so interesting. I mean, we've talked about how much we appreciate AT. She's just such a force. She just has so much energy and like commands the floor around her. I think she could just play with anyone and make them better. But she comes with a lot of caveats. Yeah. Like, she will not shoot a 3.
Well, will not shoot, really. She'll really only take her push shots.
Sure.
Yeah, which are, she's not going out of her way to do that.
Yeah.
She would rather drive.
Right.
She's a driver.
But she'll give you double-digit scoring every game.
And she'll get to the line.
She'll give you a triple-double every 3 or 4 games.
every 3 or 4 games. Yeah, maybe more than that, but yes.
5 or 6.
Sure.
So like she's so dependable, but she's not going to score 30 points. Like you need to surround her with players that are going to do that.
Correct.
Which is just what this team is considerably lacking right now.
Yes, good players.
I guess so. Players that can shoot. Ka has not been bad.
No.
Her scoring is up from last year, but she is shooting way worse from 3, like 20% from the 3, which
No.
just not good. Like that has just not been successful this year at all.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about opening weekend, Jovana Nogic, who has cooled off a little bit. They've taken her out of the starting lineup.
A lot.
A good lot. Maybe I was wrong to overreact in the opening weekend that she was going to be this generational. They hit on this generational talent. I didn't say generational. They hit on this.
Very promising.
It looked promising. When this team beat Vegas by 33 in the opening weekend. We were like, okay, Phoenix, what you got? Well, not a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah. Obviously, Monique Akawa-Makani came back from her overseas commitments. She's been pretty good.
Yes.
In her 5 games that she's played.
Yes.
Not scoring a ton, but at least like giving them some ball movement.
She's like one of the most important players that this team has. One of the most important singular assets that this team has, in my opinion. And they need her to get 100% to speed ASAP. and she's reaching it. She's close. She's very close. The shots are starting to fall. Her moves are starting to come back from why I was so high on her last year.
Yeah.
But she was like, I mean, what we said about Pauline Astier, she was this undrafted rookie for Phoenix last year, and she had, unfortunately, based on what they did, huge expectations in year 2. She needed to be this major player, and it took her a while to come over from her European obligations. And now that she's back, thank goodness, they have a capable secondary ball mover.
Mm-hmm. Because really, nothing drives me crazier. Have I said this? Probably. When they're just standing on offense.
Mm-hmm.
And
we saw it a lot.
AT's just dribbling around, trying to get to the basket, and everyone else is just standing there waiting.
Yep.
I'm like, move.
Right. Come on. Where's the creativity? There is not a lot of it.
Monique is doing that. Monique helps move the ball around, which thank God.
Yes.
Definitely some flashes of greatness from Dawana this week.
Mm-hmm. Turn back the clock game.
Yes. From Natasha Mack.
Yeah, Natasha Mack had a double-double this week.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been good.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say they're being consistently good.
No.
Right now.
No.
I need them to turn up the defense a little bit. Mm-hmm. Clean it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. The turnovers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
And you just can't be allowing 111 points to be scored against you.
No. Even if it is the number 1 team in the league.
So that's really something that is a weakness for sure, is defense and turnovers. In a couple of the games against Toronto, against LA, against Golden State, games that they lost that were close, they allowed 95, 97, 98 points to be scored when they scored 90 and 88. So in those games, they scored a lot, but they're just letting so many more points be scored on them.
Yeah.
So then, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
So it's not even just the offense at this point.
They care.
Really
They care about their defensive identity as much as they care about their offensive identity, and it is not all clicked on either side.
Yeah.
All season. Just real quick, looking at the cap sheet, top 5 highest paid players on the team. Can you name them off the top of your head?
AT.
Yep. Ka. Yep.
Dawana.
Yep. Those are the 3 easy ones.
Oh, Lexi Held is back.
Lexi Held is back. We'll talk about her in a minute.
Natasha Mack.
Not Natasha Mack.
Monique.
Not Monique. I'm surprised you don't know. It's your girl.
Head. Who?
Sammy Whitcomb.
I didn't even write her down because she hasn't played.
Because she hasn't played.
She's not even on my list.
They've got $735,000 on Sammy Whitcomb, and they've got $500,000 on Valerian Ayayi, who we saw play 3 minutes in the last game. Unfortunately, where they did invest more money, they invested it on players who are either, unfortunately, not with the team right now because they're hurt, or they're not giving them any rope to play. I mean, I saw moments for Ayayi earlier in the season, but I think the number of losses that they've taken, like, I don't think they're putting her in a favorable position. And I mean, she has some length to her game from what I recall from the moments that we saw her earlier in the season, but just not contributing on the, the value of the contract that she's getting. And good for her to get, on a protected $500,000 contract. That's nice. But resource management, another issue that I have, like, they're getting more from Monique, who's on, a rookie scale deal right now. And they're getting more from Nogic, who is a brand new player to the league. And they're getting more, as she's returned, from Lexi Held. Mm-hmm. How about Lexi Held?
I love
Welcome
Lexi
home.
Held being back. This week she's waived and then comes back.
Yep. They decide to move on from Kiana Williams, who was one of the handful of players that moved over with them from last year. And they said, Lexi Held, come back. And Lexi Held immediately has an impact on that game that they won against Portland. So I think they're going to try to incorporate Lexi Held a good bit more. She's familiar with the scheme. She's going to have to do a decent amount of heavy lifting as a scoring punch to offer outside shooting, which she is capable of at times. But she's like your fifth offensive option, a player you just brought back. I mean, they
would have had her back.
Yeah, if they didn't lose her in the expansion draft. And ultimately, it didn't matter.
Right. I wrote one note about Lexi Held, and it also was a combo note with Noemi Brochant, which we haven't talked about really.
Let's talk Brochant.
I said, I don't really understand Brochant. She cannot keep up with T when they were playing Seattle.
Okay. All right.
She could not guard Natisha.
Well, T's a good bit faster than her.
Has been hot.
Yeah.
And then I guess they swapped them out. Lexi Held came in for Brochant. And then I wrote Lexi Held doing a much better job guarding T.
Okay.
So that's good.
Brochant, similar to Nogic, a new player to the league, has been in the starting lineup for this team, has shot the ball well at times, has at least shown that she's capable of flashing a shot. I don't see the same out of Brochant that I saw out of Held or Laxa or Westbeld last year. I don't know if she's like a top 7 option, but you have to start her because you have not many options.
Yeah. Well, they need Sammy. I literally totally forgot about Sammy.
Yeah. Yeah, Sammy would do wonders for this team.
Yes.
I really do think.
Okay, please come back soon.
Come home soon, Sammy Whitcomb. And whatever other reinforcements they can have. Maybe, I mean, Marta Suarez is there on a dev contract.
True.
Now.
They should start playing some of their dev contracts.
Go a little deeper.
Yeah.
Especially if you're losing games. Then maybe we'll see that.
Right.
Maybe we'll
that
see the
was
incorporation.
That was something that was also annoying to me. They were losing against the Mercury, or they were losing against the Lynx, which, like, yeah, they're the best team. But, like, they were not changing the players at all. They're not changing the lineups. I'm like, switch it up a little bit. Make some change and, like, bring somebody new in with fresh legs and, like, try something different. And then like finally in the fourth quarter, it was all the bench players playing when you're already losing by 30.
Yeah. It's been tough. It's been really tough, for Phoenix because as we've covered them the last couple of years, they've either been, DT's final year where they're serviceable, they're a 500 team and they're capable of winning on any given night, or their last year's team and they shock the world out of nowhere. And it looked like, oh, we were low on them and then they proved us completely wrong. And now I overcorrected and I was like, they'll be fine because they have AT and Ka. And now it's like the other way. They're surprising me and like, oh, they're this bad to start. And I hate that. I don't want that. I don't want to see that.
I know.
So I hope they can figure out something soon.
Let me say, because this is kind of my point that I wanted to talk about with Satu.
Yeah.
Is Satu is just like the most interesting player to me, I think, out of any player. The media loves Satu.
The media.
Obsessed.
The unicorn. The media would say.
Satu is the unicorn. She can do anything at any time. Like absolutely praises Satu. It's like crazy actually listening to them.
Yep.
But then like fans, when Satu left the Mercury, people like did not really care. People like did not really think it would make that big of a difference. You're like, oh, whatever. Like Satu, it won't matter that much for the Phoenix. But here we are, like in the pits without Satu.
Maybe they could use a little unicorn magic.
Maybe they could, because like sometimes I get annoyed. I'm like, why? Stop calling her the unicorn. But then she like really lifted this team up, like way more than you're saying you thought was the case.
Yeah. Raised their ceiling. She's a ceiling raising player.
Yes. So like now I'm seeing her start on the bench in New York and I'm like, oh, now I think she could do so much more than this. And now I'm like annoyed that she's not playing because I'm like, oh, she could be the unicorn. Because now I see what we've lost from Phoenix.
Now that I know what we've lost.
Yeah.
Satu's not walking through that door. Gang.
What? Coming back?
No. Yeah.
No.
I'm saying that to the Phoenix Mercury faithful.
I know. Sorry. You really lost a good one. But I don't think we appreciated it. We just were like, oh,
don't say we.
AT and Ka.
Don't say we.
And Satu.
She was the best player on that team last year.
I'm including myself. Right. But I don't think people really like thought that.
Yeah.
But she like clearly was one of the best. The best, at least from a scoring perspective. Like maybe the media's right. But then when they say that, I'm like annoyed.
Nah, they're not always right. They're not always right.
It's crazy.
Maybe they're right about that.
That's just my Satu thoughts.
Well, Phoenix, we'll see where you go from here. I'm crossing.
It's a big week.
It's a big week for you guys.
Big 2 weeks for Phoenix.
Well, Kristen, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. Fun little discussion there about these two teams. We've got a trip coming up. So our schedule, we're going to try to keep everything on schedule. Release dates might be a little spaced out, just letting you know. And there might be some pre-recorded stuff in there. But be aware that we're still getting you out an episode next week before our trip. We're going to check in with Minnesota and Atlanta, two teams at the top. We've already talked a good bit about both, but we haven't had the opportunity to dig a little deeper. So we're going to check in on both of those squads in a big week. We'll get to see that Atlanta game and see what New York can do against them. That'll be fun. Looking forward to all of that. And again, if you'd like to send us an email, you can do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you follow the show. Subscribe to the YouTube. And of course, tell your friends and family to follow the show as well. Kristen, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. I'm staring at the baseline, and as always, what are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the baseline. Thank you so much. And we will talk to you next week about one Olivia Miles and one Alicia Gray.